Hello, my friend, and welcome back to Silver Bite and Smile. What if I told you that some of the most common, seemingly harmless foods hiding in your pantry right now might be the very things standing between you and a truly healthy, confident smile? It's a quiet secret, but one we're going to uncover together. Stick around to discover 5 pantry pitfalls to toss that will help you enjoy every meal with confidence and keep your smile shining bright for years to come. So go on, grab your favorite cup of tea, settle into your comfiest chair, and let's get started. Our first stop on this pantry refresh journey takes us to the breakfast aisle. Let's talk about those colorful boxes of cereal and the convenient little packets of instant oatmeal. I know how it goes. The morning can be a rush, and the promise of a 2-minute breakfast is so tempting. You pour it in a bowl, add milk or hot water, and you have something that feels like a warm, comforting start to your day. Maybe it's the same cereal you enjoyed as a kid, and the taste brings back such sweet memories. The crunch is satisfying, the flavor is immediate, and it feels so easy. But that ease comes at a hidden cost, not just to our energy levels, but directly to our oral health. Most of these popular breakfast options are loaded with refined sugars. We're not just talking about the frosted ones. Even the ones marketed as healthy or whole grain can have a surprising amount of added sugar listed right in the ingredients. When you eat them, that sugar doesn't just give you a quick spike in blood sugar, followed by that familiar mid-morning slump. In your mouth, that sugar becomes a feast for harmful bacteria. These bacteria produce acids that attack your tooth enamel, the hard, protective outer layer of your teeth. Over time, this acid erosion can lead to cavities and increased sensitivity. And it's not just the sugar, it's the texture. Those sticky little oat clusters or sugary cereal bits have a knack for getting lodged in the tiny crevices between your teeth and especially around any dental work you might have, like crowns, bridges, or implants. They are notoriously difficult to clean out completely, giving that sugar even more time to do its damage. So, what's the smile-friendly swap? Let's embrace the wonderfully versatile world of plain, steel-cut or rolled oats. They might take a few extra minutes to cook, but the payoff is enormous. These oats are packed with fiber, which helps stabilize your blood sugar for sustained energy all morning long. And for your smile, their softer texture is much gentler on your gums and teeth. They create a less sticky environment in your mouth, making them easier to rinse away. Plus, they are a blank canvas for true, healthy flavor. Instead of sugar, try stirring in a spoonful of cinnamon, which has anti-inflammatory properties beneficial for gum health. Add a handful of fresh blueberries or raspberries. These berries are not only lower in sugar than a spoonful of jam, but they are also rich in antioxidants, which are vital for fighting inflammation and keeping your gum tissues strong and healthy. You get a delicious, satisfying breakfast that truly nourishes you from the inside out, setting you up for a day of vibrant energy and a happy, healthy mouth. You've earned a breakfast that works for you, not against you. Now that our mornings are off to a brighter start, let's look at a lunchtime staple that might be doing more harm than good. I'm talking about the classic can of soup. Oh, the convenience is undeniable. On a chilly day or when you're feeling a bit under the weather, there's nothing quite like the comfort of a hot bowl of soup that's ready in minutes. You pull that tab, pour it into a pot, and the familiar aroma fills your kitchen. It feels wholesome. It feels nourishing. We've been told for decades that soup is good food, but many of the most popular canned soups on the grocery store shelves are hiding an ingredient that can be particularly troublesome for our overall health and our oral environment: sodium. An incredible amount of it. You might not think of salt as a dental issue, but the connection is powerful and direct. A diet high in sodium can contribute to high blood pressure, which we all know is a concern we need to manage carefully. But high sodium intake also leads to dehydration. Have you ever had a salty meal and then felt incredibly thirsty for hours afterward? That's your body telling you it needs more water. That dehydration affects your entire system, including your mouth's ability to produce saliva. Saliva is your mouth's unsung hero. It's a natural defense mechanism that does so much more than just keep your mouth feeling comfortable. It rinses away food particles, neutralizes those harmful acids produced by bacteria, and contains enzymes that begin the process of digestion. When you have a dry mouth, or xerostomia as it's medically known, all of these protective functions are reduced. Food debris and plaque can accumulate more easily, significantly increasing your risk for cavities, gum disease, and even bad breath. A dry mouth can also make chewing and swallowing more difficult, and can be especially uncomfortable for those with dentures. The beautiful alternative is to take back control of your soup pot. It doesn't have to be complicated. You can find wonderful low-sodium broths and stocks in cartons right next to those canned soups. Keep those in your pantry instead. Then, you can turn it into a quick, delicious meal by simply adding some frozen vegetables, some leftover shredded chicken, or even a handful of lentils. Another fantastic option is to make your own simple, blended vegetable soups. Sauté some onions and garlic, add some chopped carrots, sweet potatoes, or butternut squash, cover with low-sodium broth, and simmer until tender. Then a quick blitz with an immersion blender gives you a creamy, velvety soup that is incredibly gentle on your mouth. It's soft, it's hydrating, and it's packed with vitamins like vitamin A, which is crucial for maintaining healthy mucous membranes in your mouth and healing your gums. You get all the comfort of soup, with none of the dehydrating effects, creating a happy, hydrated environment where your smile can thrive. And the next pantry swap is even sneakier, because it's something many of us rely on every single day. Let's move on to the bread box and the cracker tin. From the toast that holds our morning egg, to the sandwich bread that cradles our lunchtime fillings, and the crackers we pair with cheese for a simple supper, bread is a cornerstone of our diet. It's familiar, it's comforting, it's a vehicle for so many other foods we love. I can almost smell the aroma of a freshly opened bag of soft white bread, or hear the satisfying snap of a crisp, salty cracker. These are the textures and tastes of our lives. But the vast majority of these products, specifically the white, refined versions, behave in our mouths in a way that is surprisingly similar to pure sugar. When you chew a piece of white bread or a simple cracker, the starches in the refined flour begin to break down into sugars right there in your mouth. Your saliva's enzymes get to work instantly. The result is a soft, sticky, gummy paste that adheres to the surfaces of your teeth and works its way into every nook and cranny. It's like creating a custom-made sugar delivery system that sits directly on your enamel. Just like with sugary cereals, this paste provides the perfect fuel for acid-producing bacteria, leading to a higher risk of cavities. This is especially problematic along the gum line and between teeth, areas that can be harder to clean thoroughly. Furthermore, these refined grains have been stripped of most of their fiber and nutrients, so they offer very little in terms of real, lasting nourishment for your body. If these ideas are already sparking some inspiration for your own kitchen and helping you feel more confident about your choices, a simple tap on the like button helps our little community grow. It lets others, just like us, find these tips for happy chewing. Now, let's talk about the delicious and nutritious swap. The key is to look for breads and crackers made from 100% whole grains. Think whole wheat, rye, spelt, or even seeded varieties. When you read the ingredients, the very first word should be whole. These whole grains haven't been stripped of their goodness. They are rich in fiber, which is not only better for your digestion and blood sugar, but it also changes the texture in your mouth. Whole grain breads are less likely to become that sticky paste. They require more chewing, which is actually a good thing. The act of chewing stimulates saliva flow, helping to naturally cleanse your mouth. Moreover, these whole grains are packed with important nutrients for your dental health. They contain B vitamins, which are essential for healthy gums, and minerals like magnesium, which is a critical building block for strong tooth enamel and bone. So, by making that simple switch from white to whole grain, you're not just getting better nutrition. You are actively choosing a food that helps clean your mouth, stimulates saliva, and provides the raw materials your body needs to maintain a strong and resilient smile. You deserve that powerful, simple upgrade. But it's not just the obvious sweets that pose a risk. The final pantry pitfall on our list often masquerades as a healthy choice. Okay, my fellow food lover, let's talk about the treat drawer. Specifically, I'm thinking about those little hard candies, the individually wrapped caramels, or the butterscotch discs that seem to last forever. Perhaps a relative always had a bowl of them on the coffee table, and you associate them with a sweet, simple pleasure. They dissolve slowly in your mouth, providing a long-lasting bit of sweetness. It's just a small treat, right? What harm can it do? Well, from a dental perspective, these seemingly innocent candies are one of the biggest villains you can keep in your pantry. This might seem like the most obvious item on our list, but you would be truly surprised how often this one little habit leads to an emergency call to the dentist's office. Let's break down the double threat these candies pose. First, and most obviously, is the sugar. When you suck on a hard candy, you are essentially bathing your teeth in a continuous sugar acid bath for 5, 10, even 15 minutes at a time. This gives the bacteria in your mouth a prolonged festival, allowing them to produce a tremendous amount of enamel-eroding acid. Your saliva simply can't keep up with neutralizing it. Sticky candies like caramels or toffees are even worse, as they glue that sugar directly onto your tooth surfaces and wrap themselves around crowns and fillings, holding the sugar in place for hours. But the second threat is purely mechanical. As we get older, our teeth can become more brittle. Fillings, crowns, and other dental work can also weaken over time. Biting down on a hard candy at just the wrong angle can be enough to crack a tooth, chip an enamel edge, or even break expensive dental work. It's a moment of pleasure that can result in pain, inconvenience, and a hefty dental bill. It's simply not worth the risk. So what do we reach for when we want a little something sweet and satisfying? This is where we can get creative. If it's the sweetness you crave, a small piece of high-quality dark chocolate, at least 70% cacao, is a far superior choice. It contains significantly less sugar, and it melts away cleanly without that prolonged sugar bath. Even better, dark chocolate contains compounds like flavonoids and polyphenols, which have antioxidant properties and have been shown to actually inhibit the growth of oral bacteria and help fight gum inflammation. Imagine that. A treat that can be good for your smile. If it's the satisfying texture you miss, consider a small handful of nuts like almonds or walnuts. They provide a wonderful crunch that is much safer for your teeth than hard candy. Plus, they are packed with calcium and phosphorus, two minerals that are essential for remineralizing and strengthening your tooth enamel. It's about choosing a treat that gives back, one that offers a moment of pleasure without compromising the health and integrity of your precious smile. And that brings us to our final pantry pitfall. And this one is a true wolf in sheep's clothing. It's often found in the health food aisle, praised for being all-natural and seen as a virtuous snack. I'm talking about dried fruit, raisins, dried apricots, dates, dried cranberries. They feel like such a sensible choice, don't they? It's just fruit, after all, with the water removed. We chop them up and put them in our oatmeal, our salads, our baked goods, or eat them by the handful as a quick energy boost. They are sweet, chewy, and satisfying. But when it comes to our dental health, their natural status is dangerously misleading. The process of drying fruit concentrates its natural sugars to an incredible degree. A small box of raisins contains a surprisingly large amount of sugar, and because the water has been removed, that sugar is delivered in a form that is exceptionally sticky. Think about how raisins or bits of dried apricot cling to your fingers. They do the exact same thing to your teeth. They get packed into the deep grooves on your molars and stick stubbornly between your teeth. This sticky, sugary residue is incredibly difficult for saliva to wash away and can be a real challenge to remove even with brushing. It's like giving cavity-causing bacteria a super fuel that is glued directly to the most vulnerable parts of your teeth. For anyone with dentures or partials, this stickiness can also be a major nuisance, getting caught underneath the appliance and causing irritation. So, how do we get the nutritional benefits of fruit without this major dental drawback? The answer is simple and delicious. Stick with the fresh, whole version. A whole apple is a fantastic choice. The crisp texture and high water content actually help to gently scrub your teeth as you eat, and the act of chewing stimulates a healthy flow of cleansing saliva. Fresh berries, melon, and citrus fruits are also wonderful. They are hydrating and provide essential vitamins like vitamin C from oranges and strawberries, which is absolutely critical for producing collagen, the protein that keeps your gums firm and healthy. If you truly love the taste of dried fruit, the key is moderation and timing. Instead of snacking on it throughout the day, have a small amount as part of a larger meal. When eaten with other foods, your mouth produces more saliva, which helps to buffer the acids and rinse away the sticky sugars more effectively. And be sure to rinse your mouth with water right after and brush your teeth about 30 minutes later. By understanding the nature of these foods, we can enjoy their flavors wisely while prioritizing the fresh, hydrating choices that truly make our smiles radiant. There you have it. A few simple, thoughtful swaps in your pantry can transform it from a source of hidden health traps into a true powerhouse for your well-being. You can absolutely enjoy delicious, easy-to-prepare meals that make you feel fantastic and actively protect that wonderful smile of yours. It's not about deprivation. It's about empowerment. It's about making choices that serve you today and for all the years to come. You have earned a life filled with flavor, free from dental worries and mealtime stress. You deserve dinners that are a joy to eat and a true friend to your body and your smile. I would love to hear from you. Which of these pantry swaps are you going to try first? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you enjoyed our chat today, be sure to subscribe and ring that little notification bell for more weekly tips on how to eat well and smile brightly. Until next time, my friend, take good care.